So hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is African Lioness TV here. If you are new here, welcome. Hit the red button to subscribe, like, share, put your comment down on the comment section below, guys. So in today's video, guys, we are going to analyze the video I watched on Arise TV. Okay, yes, whereby Reuben Abati was just spilling anything from his mouth.
Agree. Is it not easier for them to go with Bola Tinubu and be sure that in 2031 they will get it back than for them to go with an Atiku Abubakar that they are not sure? And then, of course, it will affect the geopolitics of the Nigerian polity. So it's left for Nigerians to decide.
Sumna, I get your point about platform. That has to be resolved. But I'm saying that any politician that comes to you and says, I'm going to do only one term, that's a sign of desperation. It will not work. Just like all these gambits about serving food, carrying plates, and doing boy at parties that could be better organized by event organizers. It's also a sign of desperation. It doesn't work. It will never work.
So guys, you heard him, ba? It doesn't work like that, and it will never work. Is this how journalists talk? Is this how somebody who call himself a lawyer? Is this how he practices his law? Hey, I don't know the kind of lawyers Nigeria produce. Oh, look at this man now. He say he's a lawyer and he's a radio presenter. He's a journalist. Look at somebody who was a former advisor. Is he advisor to Jonathan's regime? Look at this man. See how he's talking. You see, he can't balance the equation. He can't balance it. You know, you are not supposed to support nobody. Reuben Abati, I'm telling you, you are not supposed to support anybody because you're a journalist. Supposed to stand in between whoever, two parties. You're supposed to stand in between them. It does not work like that, and it will not work. Who told you that it will not work? Who told you that it will not work? You think that you only have one vote. Oh? You have one vote. So you can't say it will not work because you have only one vote. Okay, make we listen to him. Oh.
And then the second challenge, of course, is that you say the North will buy into this idea of one term. No, the North will not. Because the civil war in this country has never ended.
So now here you heard him, ba? He said that the civil war has not ended. Something they ended 1970. The war ended 1970 or 1969, something like that. 1970, you know? Yes. So now Reuben Abati is reminding us that the war has not ended yet, and that already some people are even aggrieved that Tinubu is even the president, you know. So he need to really explain it so that people will understand, you know. So if the war has not ended, but the Southwest now, they've already become president for many times. The North the same. So what is wrong if the Southeast will become the next president? What is wrong about that? And he's saying that it doesn't work like that and it will not work. Who, you know? I don't really get him. Maybe he need to explain it more so that people will understand what he meant by that. A lot of things are going on, really. According to him, he said a lot of things are going on. A lot of things are really going on inside people's mind. You know, they said the heart of a man is so deceitful. We can see it from here. Now, wow.
I don't believe that Northerners who are already aggrieved with a Yoruba president will just shift and embrace the possibility of an Igbo president. There are contradictions in this country that have not been sorted out. We should lay the emphasis on competence, ability. If the Nigerian people are political.
So Reuben, I beg, hold it there. So now, who is the competent person you are trying to refer to now? If Southeast doesn't have any competent person now, who is the competent person that have the antecedent to lead Nigeria to greatness? Who is the competent person? That's the question. Who is the competent person? You know, you are saying that a lot of things are going on already, you know, in the Nigeria country. A lot of things are going on. Yes, okay, we know a lot of things are going on. But other tribes have been president for decades now, you know. So why is it that nobody is giving Southeast chance to become a president? Why is it that whenever somebody come out from the Southeast, it will become an issue, it will become a problem? People will start talking anyhow, you know, as if that side, this thing is a tripod, according to this the other journalist. You know, according to the other journalist there in Arise, he said that they have 3 tripods. It's not that he said, it is, you know, 3 tripods. You know, these 2 have been ruling. This one will finish, North will finish, give to Southwest. Southwest will finish, give back to North. So what is wrong if they give it to the Eastern, anybody from the East? What is wrong with that? You know, we saw how Jonathan, that even become president, we saw how everything ended. We saw how they treated everything, you know. Let us continue.
Politically educated to a point where they can vote for a competent person, regardless of where it comes from, regardless of his religion. That's when this country will begin to move forward. So all this, I will do one time, I will serve you food, I will give you agbado. No, please. That's not going to work, in my own opinion.
Chai, Reuben Abati, this has really explained everything about you. Can you imagine? It's not people say they want to do one time. People that are serving food. It's not your concern, okay? It's not your concern. Yeah, anybody can serve anybody at any time. And you know, everybody knows who you are referring to. Even if you did not mention name, everybody knows. You know, your HAT is too much. Try to amend your character. Your HAT is too much. This thing is politics. It's not do or die affair. You know, it's not do or die affair. Leave anybody who want to do his own politics any way he want to do it. It's not your concern. Okay? After all, Nigeria constitution is 4 years. It's only 4 years. This issue of 8 years is run by the politicians, so that they will stay long and loot more and more. You see how they have been doing 8 years now, and Nigeria is like this. They have been doing 8 years. They have been doing the same thing all over again. North will finish, give to Southwest. The West will finish, Southwest will finish, give back to North. North will finish, give back to... See how Nigeria is. You know, look at how Nigeria is. Is it supposed to be like this when we are in the midst of plenty and we are still hungry? You know, average Nigerians can no longer feed themselves. We can no longer feed ourselves, and you are still talking like this. Now, somebody who is a leader for the first 4 years, right? They have already been on power for 2 years now. And look at how everything has turned to in Nigeria. Look at how everything have turned to in Nigeria. People can no longer feed. People are crying every day. People are, you know, buying in different ways. You know, some will buy, put themselves inside water. You know, do different things. Buy themselves if they can no longer cope. They buy themselves in different ways. You know, people are crying. You know, now you are still saying this. So you want this kind of leadership to continue for the next 8 years. How you think that Nigeria is going to look like? How is the country going to look like in the next 8 years? Government that came in and did not perform well in the first 4 years. So what's the guarantee that the next 4 years that everything will be good? You know, that good governance will see the light of the day in the next 4 years, the last 4 years, that the person doesn't need anybody's vote. That any government that did not do well the first 4 years, whereby you know that, okay, you will want to go for next 4 years. You know, you will want people to vote for you. So you will do your best that first 4 years. But these first 4 years, what are we seeing? Reuben Abati, I'm asking you, what are we seeing? Oh, can Nigerians feed themselves at this point for the first 4 years that people are already in government? You know, Now, wow. Now, it be say some people no like Nigerians. So, as I can see, you know, they call themselves journalists. They call themselves lawyers. But I no sure say they gather anything from that lawyer thing wey dem do, because the way they are talking here, you no show anything. Nothing is showing. You know show say they know what they are talking about. You know, Nigerians are crying. Hunger is everywhere, and this is what you have to give to Nigeria. You know, for this thing to continue the next 8 years, it won't work like that. It won't work like that. So you are not praying for a new government to come in.
I don't know whether you disagree.
Well, I mean, competence, integrity, and all of that, very important for the next president of Nigeria, whether it's President Bola Tinubu as he wants to continue, or it's for someone else that will be voted, or whether an Atiku Abubakar or Rotimi Amici and all of that. Yes, you've said it. Nigeria has not really recovered from the civil war and the politics of that period and all of that. But should we continue? That's what people are saying, and that's why it's time for statesmen to actually rise up. And why is a component part of the federation still being neglected? That's also on the conversation. When we started this country, independence-wise in 1960, it was started on a tripod. Democratically, the other two components of the tripod have ruled the country. So the debate will continue.
So you heard it. You heard him back. This is the real journalist, the true journalists, not this one that are serving their paymasters, that are speaking with two mouths. You see, Reuben Abati say it doesn't work like that, and it will not work, as if it is him that will go and vote for everybody. He is supposed to be unbiased. He is here now, you know, being biased here, you know, instead of you to be stand between everybody. That is the work of a journalist. You are not supposed to take side, but you can see from his words. From his words now, you can read the lines. Hey, but you can see what this man said, that we have a tripod. The country was built on a tripod, which have 3 legs. Now, only 2 legs are operating. When North finish, they hand over to Southwest. Southwest finish, they hand over to Yoruba finish, they give to North. Hausa finish, give back to Yoruba. Then the other people in Nigeria will just be watching you people like movie. You other people will just be watching you people like movie, because no be the same brain where they inside your brain. Not be the same brain now they inside everybody's brain. You know? Then when you come out, you say, hey, come and vote me. Igbo people voted all the people that came from Yoruba people that have contested for election. Igbo people have been voting them in. Then anytime it comes to the turn of Igbo, they will turn it, you know, tribal thing. You know, they will change the situation. They will change everything. Why are they behaving like that? Why? Why are people behaving like that? Why are people so selfish? Why? I'm just asking question. Why are people behaving like being selfish? You know, this is 3 brothers or 3 tripod. You know, and you agree that this is how we are going to do it. And now 2 people are running it. Now you want the other person to just be looking at you every day. You know, because that person, no, you know, be the same brain where you get, now the person gets. You know, go work. It doesn't work like that, and it will not work. No, you have only 1 vote. Okay, well, let's continue.
Why is the 3rd leg of the tripod being left behind? Eventually, we had a 4th tripod, which was the region that was carved out, the Midwest region that was carved out from the then old Eastern region. And the debate has been ongoing. Why not have someone from there? Well, we eventually had someone from the South, which happened to be former President Goodluck Jonathan. But then, how long can we continue to isolate one of the tripod that we started this country with in 1960? That is what statesmen, people who are thinking into the future, are saying. And that's why, if you look at politics, the geopolitics of Nigeria at the moment, the best chance that the Southeast has right now seems to be coming with someone like a Peter Obi. And then you see that if Peter Obi doesn't get it this time around, I wonder when next it could be, because he just looks like a semblance. Why not pitching for him? Look at President Bola Tinubu too. You have said it very clearly. Nobody gives you the presidency on a platter. And so Peter Obi has to do more than just offering this proposition. You will see how Tinubu supported several people. Supported Atiku Abubakar, supported Nuhu Ribadu, and eventually supported Buhari before getting it. How many people has Peter Obi supported to get to the presidency than before coming? The only time he got the opportunity was in 2019 with Atiku Abubakar, but in 2022, 2023, he broke out. When people are saying that he should have supported Atiku Abubakar and it would have been an easiest ascendancy. Well, there are others who are now saying that the best way the Southeast can get to the presidency, I mean, from another thinking, is for Peter Obi to be Atiku Abubakar's vice presidential candidate, and by 2031, Atiku Abubakar will now hand over to him. That's the surest way. And I think Peter Obi and others too should consider this.
Well,
because no one gives you the Nigerian presidency on the platter of gold. But Nigerians need to consider the Eastern region. That's the only pitch that I find very considerate. And of course, the issues of competence can come in there.
Okay, I get that principled position. After all, Payo Adebanjo pushed that position. But President Tinubu is saying he's the one representing the South now. If Buhari did 8 years, the South is also entitled to 8 years. And that's where the argument is. And that's why Gbajabiamila is talking to his colleagues, and they are saying that the Southwest will hold this position for another 4 years. So there are many sides to this conversation. Thank you very much.
So guys, you guys have heard him back. He said that if President Buhari will serve for 8 years, that Tinubu too will serve for next 8 years. You can see a lawyer. You guys can see how a lawyer is talking. This is your lawyer, your Nigerian lawyers plus a journalist too. You can see how he's talking now. You see this bias is too much, and this bigotry is getting too much. This is bigotry in the highest level. You see, yeah, they are serving their paymasters. Now wow. You know, okay guys, una don hear am now. Una don hear am. From his gutter mouth, he just spilling anything that comes out of that gutter. So guys, he said that that a lot is going on in Nigeria, that the war is yet to end, that Tinubu is going to continue and finish his 8 years, that Buhari did 8 years and Tinubu is going to continue and finish his 8 years. You know, guys, wait too. And he also said that Peter Obi, no, he didn't, even though he didn't mention name, he didn't mention any name. He said that people that will go to restaurant and start serving food, you know, carry tray and start serving people food, you know, instead of allowing the food vendors to do their job and all that, you know, that because of that, that the person is a kind of desperate. He shows signs of desperation by his words. And again, that, oh my goodness, why are people like this? Why are people like this? Why are people like this? It shows a sign of desperation. That again, that 4 years, somebody that will say, oh, he will rule only 4 years in Nigeria and step out, that all those are showing signs of desperation. Guys, I beg you, make una help me check this thing. Is that signs of desperation? Is that signs of desperation? Help me check this thing. Is it signs of desperation? Is that signs of desperation? I'm asking everybody. If it is signs of desperation. Constitution, Nigeria Constitution, is it not 4 years term? Is it not 4 years term? That's what is in our Constitution. When you finish 4 years, you step out. Another person will come in. Or you contest again. If you win, then so be it. You continue. And it depends. If the 4 years tenure that you're already ruling, if you did well, if you do well on your leadership, you don't need campaign. Okay, you don't need campaign. You don't need too much talking. It is your work that shows how people will support you. Now somebody is a president of Nigeria and bag of rice is how much? Light nko, road nko, then when the person enter the next 4 years, hey, that time he don't need your vote. Is it that time he's going to do road, do light, provide all the things that he's supposed to provide? Now this fourth tenure, this first 4 years, every president or every governor, every senator, every leader that want to do well, that leader will do well that's first tenure in office. Any leader that failed to do well in during the first tenure in office, you have to know that second tenure, that person is arranging his bags to leave, right? And you, if you are a woman now, your baby give birth and to new baby, then you go omugo. When it is time for you to go, you will start packing your bag, right? They will start doing shopping for you. They will start buying things that you carry go, right? Remember, that is how the person that have done first 4 years, when the person enter another 4 years, the person is rounding up. And when that person is rounding up, the person is buying things, carrying his bag to leave. There is no sugarcoat on this one. There is no sugarcoat, and no soothsayer will tell you this. You all know this one. That when you are a leader, or when you are doing something, or when you travel, or when you are doing something, and that thing comes to an end, or towards end, you will start preparing yourself gradually. Even if you're a government worker, if you're a government worker, either state or federal, if you are about to go retirement, remember what happened. You start arranging yourself. You start organizing things. You start tidying up. Excuse me. You start tidying up. Right? You start tidying up. Then, towards the end, then government will give you 3 months. If you're a government worker, they will give you 3 months. 3 months leave with pay before you now finally enter the main forever leave. So in everything you are doing, towards the end, you are rounding up. If I were Nigeria, they will try to make it for 4 years. Anybody that finish 4 years should step out, so that the rotation will go round. Even the middle belt and self supposed to also rule. It's not meant for only 3 big tribes. 2 big tribes, because Igbos have not even, if not the first time during the independence, Zik and the Aguironsi, when again, Igbos have not again, only that too, those days, during the inception of Nigeria, still today, Igbos have not become president. Now, Reuben Abati is saying this, that Tinubu have done, he has done 4 years, that because Buhari did 4 years, Tinubu should complete his next 4 years. It is not constitutional like that. If he will do next 4 years, he have to contest, right? Which means it's not constitutional that 8 years is a must. 8 years is not a must. Reuben Abati. If you want children to lecture you, they will lecture you. Okay? If you want lay people to lecture you, they will lecture you. All right? So listening to what Sambo said that it's good to try something new. That it's been a long time, Southeast. That this marriage is a tripod. Tripod is something that have three legs. 3 legs is east, west, and north. East, west, and north. That is tripod, the 3 of them. Then there are other ethnic groups under the 3. Okay? Yes. So, but the major tribe with these 3 tripods. And these 3 tripods, only 2 is ruling for over decades. Since I was born as I am, I've not witnessed any time an Igbo man, I know how old I am now, an Igbo man have not tested that seat. Since I was born, I've not seen an Igbo president in my life. I have not seen, and look at my age, I have not seen a person that they say, oh, this person is a president from Igbo land. I have not seen. Except maybe when I was a kid, when they were carrying me as a baby. But since I've noticed that I'm a human being, I have not seen anybody that is an Igbo president. I've not seen. You know? So, Reuben Abati, now wow, this your HATE too much. It's too much, and you should know you're a journalist. You're supposed to balance things. You are not supposed to be unbiased. You are not supposed to be biased. You're supposed not to be biased. You're supposed to be unbiased at all time. You're supposed to be unbiased at all time between different tribes. You know, between north, west, between north and south, you're supposed to balance it. And between the three tripods, you're supposed to balance the whole thing. Now, Peter Obi came out from southeast, you know, contesting, saying that he want to contest. Is there anything wrong with that? Peter Obi said he want to run, and he's from southeast. Why are you now the marketing? Why are you saying it like that? That the war has not ended. If it has not ended in your home, it has. Nigeria told us that the war has ended, so we don't know that the war has not ended. According to you, according to what Reuben Abati said, he said that the war has not ended. According to him, so the war is still in his house. Okay, the war is still in his house. If the war is still on, so why are we now running election? Why are we now doing another election if the war has not ended? No wonder a lot of pie is going on everywhere. No wonder, you know. No wonder. That needs to be explained. Reuben Abati is supposed to explain what he meant by that the war has not ended. Therefore, somebody from Southeast now is not supposed to, right? So, if the war has not ended, so why is somebody from that war place? But it's two people that fought. Nigeria and the Biafra, right? Both of them fought that time. And now the war ended, according to them. No victor, no vanquish. The war ended. And today, Reuben Abati is making us to know that the war has not ended. And because it has not ended, somebody from Southeast now is not supposed to run. That Tinubu should finish 8 years. As Buhari finished his 8 years. What of Southeast? Have they done anyone? How are people sleeping at night? That's what I'm asking. How are people sleeping at night? If they enter bed, how do they sleep? They just enter bed. How are people sleeping at night when they finish saying all this opata like this? They will just go home and say, hey, I did well by saying what I said. Let Reuben Abati go and listen to himself again on that Arise News. Maybe he wasn't himself when he was saying that. Even if his paymasters paid him, he is supposed to be diplomatic a little bit. You know, as a journalist, he's supposed to be diplomatic in order not to offend a particular people. You know, because when you now say that somebody is carrying tray, serving food, is showing signs of desperation, and it's not only this man that served this tray. Everybody knows who served tray on a restaurant. Everybody knows, because that was somebody celebrating birthday, right? Somebody was celebrating birthday, or I don't know. They were celebrating something. Then they decided that rich people will serve poor people. There was a senator too that served food that day. Why are they not mentioning only one out of the two of them that served people. A senator, we saw that video. I will check if I can get that video. You know, it's not only Peter Obi that served that tray. Another person, a senator, also served tray that day. They were serving the poor was serving the rich. They swap. Rich serve the poor serve the rich. Now it has become political. So anything this man does now, it is political. When he was serving that thing, he's telling you that he was doing campaign. When Peter Obi served the poor people, can't Peter Obi serve poor people? Can't he? You see the arrogance in Nigerians. You see the arrogance in us. You see the buga people are doing. So Peter Obi cannot serve poor people food. Yeah? So if Reuben Abati is a governor or a president now, so he cannot serve a poor man food because he's a governor or because he's a president. Nigeria, I don't see yourself. When I don't see, say this thing never the end to do. It go long. It go long. Oh. Some people say, "Mona they pray." I don't know whether prayers they work again for Nigeria. We don't know whether prayers still they work for Nigeria. We don't know. We don't know because the way the thing they go, it's only by God's grace. So because people now that are supposed to be unbiased are not biased. People that are supposed to be middleman between this party and that party, they are not taking sides. So which way? Which way Nigeria? No only God go savior also. No the way it be now self, it be like saying no only God go savior us. Otherwise, everybody don't they fail. Everybody don't they fail us. One by one, they don't they fail us. Even the people where they look at, they don't they fail too. When journalists will come out and start talking like this, and he was putting it like that is how it should be. Hey, Nigeria, don't enter one chance vehicle. And I pray God should help us do the needful, do the right thing. Help us, because if these next 4 years they didn't get it right, we don't know how it will be for Nigeria. We don't know, because it is like this now. What of tomorrow? How it will be tomorrow? We don't know. Now I make everybody they talk say 4 years make you step out, let another person enter. 4 years step out, let another person enter, so that the looting no go too much again. So that the looting no go too much. After 4 years the person don't come out, another person enter. Why are we doing ourselves? Tomorrow we'll be saying who did us, who did this to Nigeria. We are the ones doing it to ourselves. You can see it now. That man now they run his mouth for Arise TV. You can see how he's running his mouth for Arise TV. That mouth now they run like that. Is he showing sign of somebody who wants Nigeria to progress? So now, as bag of rice is now, as everything is in Nigeria, somebody is still vying, praying, supporting that such things should continue. I rest my case. So thank you for watching.